Behavioral disorders. Students who have emotional and behavioral disturbances exhibit significant behavioral excesses or deficits. These terms refer to patterns of behavior that depart significantly from the expectations of others. A student that has a behavior disorder may exhibit some of the following characteristics: an inability to learn which cannot be explained by intellectual, sensory, or health factors, the inability to build or maintain satisfactory interpersonal relationships with peers and teachers, inappropriate types of behavior or feelings under normal circumstances, a general pervasive mood of unhappiness or depression, a tendency to develop physical symptoms or fears associated with personal or school problems. Children with behavioral disorders may throw frequent and extended tantrums, hurt themselves or others, get involved in criminal activities, lie, smoke, use alcohol or drugs, be openly defiant, or engage in early sexual activity. They may skip or even fail school. They also have a higher than average risk of suicide. Although the cause of behavioral disorders is not known, risk factors have been identified, such as family history of mental illness or substance abuse, exposure to tobacco or illicit drugs during fetal development, abuse, stress, lack of supervision, and inconsistent but also harsh discipline. Children with behavioral disorders may have other mental or emotional or behavioral disorders, such as attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, also known as ADHD. When these students are in our classrooms, we need to be aware of what triggers the behaviors. As a teacher that's had students in my classroom before with this type of disorder, I do my best to communicate with their case carrier on campus, school psychologist, or even the parent. I have found that the simplest things can set these kids off into a tailspin of emotions, or some have been able to work through their problems, and you won't always realize that they are having a bad day or ready to explode until it is too late. I have also found that the more structure you provide for these students, the better able they are to be successful in your class. If you deviate from your structure or become lax in a set of rules or requirements, they will not understand and will cause them to rebel and most likely shut down. And when they shut down, it just causes them to do poorly on their work, and in the long run suffer as their grades will drop drastically, and as this happens, they feel that they cannot dig themselves out of the hole that they have dug them. In my experience, if I am able to talk to my students one-on-one and ask them how they feel and what they like to do, you begin to build a bond with that student, and hopefully they will trust me and feel comfortable in my classroom. I tend to have a closer relationship with some of these kids over some of my other students. Thank you.